Alright, so outro. That was a project that I was working on. I'm not working on it anymore. I'm going to repurpose some of the songs, I guess, rather than saying scrap it. As a project, I'm done with it. The whole point of this project, outro, was to say goodbye to Kelli. And it was, it's supposed to be like symbolic of me not, finally having a stage name and being myself when it came to the way that I do my music. Like, I still limit myself, I feel like. So it's like, I don't want to do that anymore, and I kind of just want to feel, I don't know. I want to be free. And it's like, it's very free. It's very freeing. This whole thing has been freeing. I kind of just wanted to walk through and do this my own way and talk about it and not just let it kind of die completely. This is that. So the first song was called Outro also. And it's meant to be symbolic because it's like it's an outro. It's saying goodbye to Kelli. And when you hear the lyrics, you'll understand why, but I would say this last part that I was gonna kind of play up in the end in the music or whatever, was me talking about myself, my old self. Suicide, homicide, either way I'ma die. I decided that I'm killing myself tonight to rectify the rest of my life, or at least this time I'ma try. Cause hindsight has a better vision sometimes, but really I just never paid attention. That's why I'm done now. I'm done. I'm done playing it safe and not living. I'm done looking back and reminiscing on nothing and no more figuring out where to fit in. Never fit in since I was a kid, so I ain't tripping. Always get in these positions to lead something and never did it. Now I'm choosing to be something and make a difference. I'm sad for it to not be something, but I don't know. It's kind of like I grew out of what I was trying to get away from anyways. Basically. Before I wrote that second part, I was going to just end it with Kelli knew exactly who she was, but life is even better once you know who you become. Once you know who you become. And then eventually that was gonna repeat, and then I wrote Kelli knew exactly who she was, but her life was even better, and she died and lived forever. And that was supposed to go into a song called Legacy. We'll talk about that. Alright. I feel like I messed with it too much. It almost seems too dark sounding now. I don't know. So I'm just kinda gonna let it sit, but I'm gonna release this one for sure. Okay. I got propaganda propped up in a frame up on my wall of Michael Jackson, only looking up to greatness as I make it to the summit. Went to see Mount Rushmore over the summer, but to leave a bigger mark was all I wanted in the moment I was there. Just a feeling in the air was something monumental. Best believe I see what all you can do when you take what all you've been through and mix it with all that's in you. I fixate on every second I have because I know what I want, and it's everything. I want everything I wanted to the death of me, to the soul, and I used up every breath of me. And the only thing I left you was the best of me. My legacy, it's gonna be dope. It's not enough to get to the end, only for you to know my name. So I guess I gotta give everything that I can every single day, yeah. So I'm giving it everything, I'm giving it everything. It's gonna be dope for my legacy. And that one has something like, I got dreams as big as Mount Rushmore, bigger than Mount Rushmore. Something super dope. Fact though, I do have a Michael Jackson picture, propaganda propped up in a frame up on my wall of Michael Jackson, only looking up to greatness as I make it to the summit. We're talking about mountains again. That's what I do. We're talking about mountains. We're climbing. We're going up. Keep going. Lord. Also fact, I did go to Mount Rushmore over the summer of last year, and it was not, I don't know. Well, it wasn't that it was not good. It was that I saw something and I wanted to do something. You know what I mean? It's like I saw something great and amazing and huge, and I was like, how can I make something great, amazing, and huge? Like, I want to do big things like Mount Rushmore. Just the feeling in the air was something monumental. So, the next song is called Hold On, right? it's about faith and about, not giving up. And I know it would be really good for, people who need that, because I know there are a lot of people who do want me to make motivational songs, which is very surprising. But I know it's you just want something to look to sometimes. I know I need it a lot.
It just
so
changed.
Let's talk about this song.
Now it's called Hold On, and it has to do with faith. I believe in everyone else around me that we can do what we like and achieve things we all want. That's why at some point in my life I knew it was alright, but at times I might continue to lose faith instead of just keep straight. Can't forget that these days it tries to go higher than I ever been able to see. Plant my feet up where I never been able to reach. Let me take you back to when I was hiding my desires and decided I don't want to live my days repeat. Looking at myself in the mirror was hard to realize, and that the only thing in the way was me. And now I do remind myself to climb as time moves regardless. But when I forget about it, I remember that everybody I know hates their life and it shows. And the days go by, ain't going back, and I know this. But I gotta hold on, go strong, keep going hard and stay focused. Just know I'm getting closer. But I gotta hold on, oh Lord. But I gotta hold on, oh Lord. But I gotta hold on, oh Lord. But I gotta hold on, oh Lord, oh Lord. Telling me to hold on, oh Lord. Telling me to hold on, oh Lord. Telling me to hold on, oh Lord. Then I'm gonna figure out how that ends. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this part. Let me see. I know I want to start it. I just want to give it a... I've been praying to God lately. I've been praying a lot with no time for wondering why anymore. Too many blessings for questions. My faith and my patience been tested. Oh Lord, da 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 da. I don't know. I've got something's written, but whatever. Okay, so I just charged my camera for like an hour. I wrote a hook. I'm really hungry. I should have eaten. My computer got 1,000 times louder. The next song, Move. It's kind of like it's a lot more uplifting than Hold On. I've had this written. I've had the first verse. See, that's how a lot of songs that I've got written. They're like either the chorus or the first verse and the chorus. Like it's just bits and pieces that aren't ready yet. But this one has been written since after my first 3 songs. After On a Mountain. This one has been written since then. And, man. So I finally added a second verse. And it's more like a singy-songy type song. Which I love. But I'm definitely not going to do that part. I'm going to do the part that's not that. Been taking steps as heavy as my thoughts to shut my head off and head off to who knows, but I'll go. As long as it's not here, then I don't care. I'm living without fear, I'm not scared. I know it's easy said and better done, but I feel it so I better run. While I feel it then and never stop, trying to get past the point of where there's nowhere left to go and it's over now. Let me take this time just to make things right and to say that I'm really sorry. I know I've been taking long, so I made this song. If you need it, we can use it to remind ourselves to move along. Cause I know it's hard, but would it make it easy if we never tried or never bothered? But let's not make it harder, keep on moving, let's go farther, farther. So, the last song, no, not the last song, it was the last song of ASAP, right? Straightforward. I've had an instrumental for this since ASAP. It was supposed to be the last song in that concept album, and the idea was to have you come out of the concept, but then the more the songs kept getting written, it was like, this doesn't fit at all. I'm on a long road, walking a long haul. I haven't done this in a while.
right at the beginning. I might as well quick as what would it be for? Who was I be for? That's not even relevant. Kelly's whatever she says she is now, and I am the best. If I wasn't, then I manifested it. I'm obsessed with the music. Repressed it in me, didn't use it. Eventually listen, but not before I put my fist to the wall just to get through it all. Can I paint a picture for y'all? Can make a Picasso or a Kahlo, but I love making art of my own. What's the price of my heart and my soul when it gets to taking its toll? I'm thinking too far ahead. I'm thinking that's where I was born and where I've been, trying to make it to where I live. All that matters is up in the distance. So my aim is to widen my gate, and this is the first of the biggest steps, and here it is. And I really want to learn this on my guitar too. I didn't even sing the chorus. You don't want to hear it, but the chorus was there. Oh, you want more words? While I'm on a run and moving straight forwards towards a final destination, maybe a resting place. No, not for catching breaks, I'm prepared to die. The path is a road to a death to face, at least at the end. On the way is a better place. On a marked his birth, I was set to race. Glad to grace the world with my presence. Gifted the curse, really could have been better or worse. I vow to be, undoubtedly, so perfect it hurts to get it out of me. I do. I was bound to be married to my craft, and it's bound to me. So anybody looking down on me, doubting me, you can stick around, cause you about to see that I'm out and I'm gone. I already said that I've been on. Still I got things to improve on. Change ways, make ways, move on to make waves. Yes, when it soon comes. So let me excuse me, I'ma save my breath. But I take these steps and give it my all till there's nothing left, and that's it. Alright, look. Everything it is Yoda. So the way that I had this little track list going, if you didn't notice, it was, it flows into, each song flows into the other. With outro, Kelly knew exactly who she was, but life is even better once you know who you become. Kelly knew exactly who she was. Her life was even better if she died than lived forever, because she left a legacy, and legacy would come next, right? So then, you're up here and you're thinking about far away, legacy, super big things that you want to get to, but your faith is crushed. You gotta hold on. You gotta hold on, oh Lord. But you gotta hold on, oh Lord, right? So then, instead of just holding on, you're moving. You're moving straight forward. You know what I'm saying? And then the next song after that is Going Out with the Music. It's about death and dancing. So, I don't have any lyrics to this that I would share. So, and it's not really a rappy song. It's like a party rap song. It's just fun, It's that. Turn the sound down because it was super loud. It also throws it off because it's like, what? That doesn't match with the. Yes, it does. You'll understand. No, you won't, because I'm not sharing the lyrics. Just vibe. Just feel this. This will get repurposed for sure somewhere else. This is supposed to be so much, but it's I don't care. I do care, but I'm just putting it out. I'm just putting it out. And it's better this way because I can finally let go of this and just make and do and release things faster. This made me happy. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna leave you how I started these videos. This last song is called Intro, and it just kind of had to do with Kloudchild, introducing herself. You wouldn't know it until you look back, and it would kind of make sense once I jump from, this is all supposed to be this huge symbolic project, but I think it's fine just going like this. So, I really wanted Going Out to the Music to shift into this, because the first, which I didn't even plan that, but Going Out are the first words of you know, this little declaration. So I guess this is it. Going out with some bangers and game changers. Life changes, need a name change first. No gimmicks, I keep a game plan for the switch up. Be ready when it hits, yeah, I've been watching the masters working, seeing life backwards. I've been watching the mirror, seeing myself. My master was me and myself till I defeated me, now I'm free to be even myself.